Hello, I'm Chris Brill.
And I'm Shirley, Chris's wife. Deborah had a car accident in 2001 and suffered a traumatic brain injury.
It resulted in her being totally and permanently disabled.
Deborah had to learn to do everything all over again, and by October 2004 she was walking independently and also driving again. She was even volunteering at the hospital where she was a patient.
Unfortunately, Deborah had a seizure in April of 2005, and she fell, hitting her head and bleeding out of her ear.
Deborah was still able to walk independently, but just for 6 months as she slowly began to lose certain motor skills.
And she continued to get worse day by day. She was diagnosed in 2010 with post-traumatic Parkinson's, and even today she has new symptoms popping up. Fortunately, she doesn't have tremors as of yet. I'm pleading for you to help financially so Deborah can continue paying her caregiver and good friend Debbie. Debbie had quit her full-time job to take care of Deborah when she fell in January of this year, breaking her collarbone. Deborah also has to take out personal loans to pay for Debbie's services as a caregiver. She has also applied for government assistance, but was told she did not qualify.
Deborah can't keep borrowing money every time it gets low as it is now.
The only other option for Deborah is to move into a nursing home as a permanent resident at the age of 53 and losing her home, which is why I'm pleading for help. Debbie is only asking for minimum wage, the same amount she was making at her job at 40 hours a week.
Debbie will also take her to doctor appointments, shopping, and other activities like visiting with family and church.
Debbie and my sister met 29 years ago in 9th grade and became best friends. I believe that this reunion was meant to happen when it did because Deborah needed help doing things that she can't physically do anymore.
What Chris means by this was meant to happen, they were reunited in February 2014, unfortunately, at Deborah's 26-year-old son's funeral. Brandon was his name. When Debbie saw her in a wheelchair, she immediately thought, "She needs me."
Debbie also lost her son, Eric, in October 2010 at 26 years old.
Deborah borrowed the money she pays Debbie, and when it runs out, Debbie will have to get another job, leaving Deborah vulnerable to another disastrous situation. Just imagine if Debbie wasn't home from work yet when Deborah fell and couldn't move.
I know there are a lot of generous people out there, so it is my hope you will find it in your hearts to contribute to Deborah, allowing her to stay in her home with Debbie as her caregiver. Thank you.